me tell you about my Jesus. Do you feel that empty feeling? 'Cause shame's done all it's stealing, and you're desperate for some healing. Let me tell you about my Jesus. He makes a way where there ain't no way, rises up from an empty grave. Ain't no sinner that he can save. Let me tell you about my Jesus. His love is strong and his grace is free. And the good news is I know that he can do for you what he's done for me. Let me tell you about my Jesus, and let my Jesus change your life. Hallelujah, 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 amen, amen. Who can wipe away the tears from broken dreams and wasted years, and tell the past to disappear? Oh, let me tell you about my Jesus, and all the wrong turns that you would going undo if you could. Who can work it all for your good? Let me tell you about
Hit me up, Payton.
Jesus.
Do it. Yay. I'm on. Yo, guys. I'm back. Again. Yo, guys. We got like a minute 30 left. So you guys gotta come around at this very, very nice seating arrangement we have done for you guys. I was surprised myself, but it's actually very comfortable and very nice. You guys will enjoy it, because I do. Yeah. Hey guys, it's me, Carson. If you guys don't know me, I know people are terrified of me for some reason. Oh yeah, that guy in the back with the engaged, that's Ethan. Me and him did camp counseling training like absolute beasts. Me and him are actual like goats. Like please, if you have any more like guy counselors, I'll get this later, but please, we need more guy counselors. Like I'm serious. Like please, I am begging you guys. Yeah. No. All right, the timer is up. So, I mean, like, at this time, we should be, you know, we close the doors and we, like, don't let you inside because you're an absolute loser if you do go beyond the time limit, because everyone should follow orders. All right. Yo, it's me, Carson. I wasn't up here last week. I know, I'm back again. They keep kicking me off. I just, like, come back on, you know? I always come back. No one's kicking me off the stage. I'm just gonna come back. Anyway, thank you, Charlotte. Thank you. All right, guys. Welcome to Gravity. If you already didn't know the name, I'm telling you it now. I'm Carson. I'm a sophomore at Central, so that's pretty cool. All right, let's head it to the announcements. I actually have a new one to show y'all. Juan Jose, yeah, we're still fundraising for him, and we have actually raised $80. So congratulations to you guys. Woohoo, woohoo. Yeah. Our DTO Sunday, April 30th, 9:30, pancake breakfast. I love pancakes. I've actually been like addicted to them lately for breakfast. So you guys get to eat them. You guys get to eat like my favorite breakfast food. So congratulations. And yeah, summer calendar, guys. Summer's coming, guys. That state testing's almost over. Yeah, let's hit it. High schoolers. Woo! That's a shame. Yeah. Also, we're like planning a ton of things for summer, and one of those things is camp. Guys, if you haven't gone to camp, please go. Middle schoolers, it's from July 2nd to the 7th. I get it. It's over 4th of July. I know you want to see you want to blow things up. You guys want to like it? Yes, and they do fireworks, as of Kirsten said. In high school, July 9th to the 14th, please, we need more high schoolers to go. I'll be very lonely. I'll be like the only one there. I'll be like in with a bunch of randoms, and I'm not gonna like that. So please, join now. Oh, our high school on Sunday. This is our Sunday service, guys. Yeah, it's at 9:30 a.m., so you guys have like plenty of time to sleep. If you oversleep, that's a shame on you. I think, like, geez, we blazed through this. Like, we like went crazy, holy. Social media, you guys, it's literally the same thing. So check that out. Also, I get it, the chairs are like really, really weird because we have a funeral. So yeah. Just want to let you guys know. Anyway, I'm going to hand it off to Mel, who is our youth pastor, if you guys didn't know. So
give Carson a round of applause. Good job. All right. So, yes, we're in a little bit of a weird thing tonight. So, we're going to go in a second into the gym. We're going to play dodgeball. But then when we come back, if you guys can sit, I mean, you guys kind of are already at tables that are close, but just sit as close as you can. That would be awesome. So yeah, like Carson said, we don't have a whole lot this week. However, I'm gonna hopefully get our summer calendar out to you guys in the next week or two, so then you guys know what we're gonna be doing. We have a slip and slide. If you've ever done our slip and slide out back, it's awesome. So we have those planned. We have donut runs. We have bonfires. We have lake days. We have lots of super fun things planned. So that's all going to be in your hands in the next few weeks. That way you guys know kind of what's coming up. But also make sure that you check our social media, because on social media we're going to also be posting things as well. So I think that's it. A few things. Richard is not here this evening. I know. I came in and I was like, oh my word, I have to turn all these things on. He usually does it for me. But you can keep him in your prayers. His mom passed away on Monday. And so he's just kind of taken some time to be with family and get all that stuff arranged as well. And then again, just continue to be in prayer for Maddie and Cade also, and their family in your prayers. And tomorrow, I don't know if many of you knew Joe Kerr. He was used to do youth ministry with myself, and I think Dom was in here. I think he's out there, but he was a life group leader. Anyways, great man of God, servant, but he passed away Saturday before Easter. So his funeral is tomorrow here, which is why the tables are set up, because they're expecting just a big group. They have a big family, and so I told them, I was like, we can just set this up tonight. We'll be at tables. It'll be awesome. So anyway, so thanks for being helpful with that. And yeah, I think that's it. We don't have a lot of announcements this week, but like I said, we have DTO Sunday coming up. We have Senior Sunday coming up. We have our last Gravity that's coming up in a month, which is so sad. I know. So there's just a lot of things that are coming up that I will let you guys know once this next week, or once next Wednesday is here. So anyways, with that being said, here's what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to play dodgeball in the gym. And so we're going to divide up. How did we divide up last time? Do y'all remember? It was? Okay, so let's do a team, and the first game will be high school versus middle school. High school, you guys are going to be on that end. Middle school, you guys are going to be on this end. Leaders, go with middle school. Okay? And go.
I've been waiting for this moment. Heartbroken hands open. I took my life and put that in God's hands. I gave him all of me, all of my plans. Now I'm set free. I know you showed up with the light show. Started running when the chains broke. You saved me and you gave hope. I've been changed by you. Born again to the end. I'm shining like gold. I'm ready to go. I've been saved. Push, I pull, go back and forth, finding myself. Pounding on a locked door, I try to make it out alone without your help. But I know I'll never win this war. I can never be free without you. I can never be me without you. This is the sound of chains breaking. This is defeat of a heart changing. This is a song of a soul forgiven. This is my freedom hymn. This is my freedom hymn. My freedom hymn. This is my freedom hymn. My freedom hymn. I breathe the air of freedom in, knowing my life
Hello?
is better off in your hands. The past
Hello?
is done. Now I'm alive.
Oh, okay. Samson stuff. Alright, let's go. I think that's probably good. I can hear myself fine. Cool. Alright. Do you...
This is my freedom make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow. Just like the demeanor. I'm feeding my fam. I'm feeding the meter. They got the iron while I got the steamer. I bring the fire, but you never seen her. I testify, I don't need a subpoena. They want my soul, better go to Korea. I love my dog just like I'm Peter. Gotta protect him. I made the call up with just like I'm reffing. I know we left, yeah, now we back together, but I guess that is better now. Later than never, like, what's happening? I'ma need y'all quit asking when. Me and my wife gon' have some kids. Right now we just practicing. Practicing. Teacher said quit rapping, man. That gon' hurt my average. I said thank God I ain't average. Yeah, I'm a bright young man. Kill the GPA and the BPM. Look, we on. So say what you say, cause that's A with Lecrae. From the A train to the A. I'm coming in hot. I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Coming in. Shoot that shot. Hey, why not? Hey. I'm coming in.
Wake 'em up, wake 'em up, wake 'em up, wake 'em up. See him still sleeping, so I had to shake 'em up. I kept it too real. I wasn't faking up. My real life was a headline. Your real life got a deadline. My timeline was a hashtag. Your timeline just a hate crime. Coming in hot, feeling like Pac. Back in 94 when he took 5 shots. Too much drive to ride your wave. Ditch my top and I'm off that lot. Black on black on black on black on black on black on black. You don't have to ball a rap to get them racks on racks. Uber poolers trying to catch my vibe and find my way. Yeah, I know I'm ratchet, but I'm really safe. Hot sauce dripping. Everybody wanna start dipping. First nobody wanna listen. Now everybody pay attention. Now everybody pay a fee. Even Trump gotta take a knee. When the horn blow, y'all gon' see. Make the wall fall down like yee. I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot the shot. I'm coming in hot. Coming in hot, coming in hot. Shoot that shot, shoot that shot. Shoot, why not? Hey, why not? Ain't no big, ain't no big. Feel like Pac, feel like Pac. We can't lose, we can't stop, we can't stop. Yeah, coming in hot. Coming in hot. Coming in hot. Hot. Shoot that shot. Hey, why not? Hey, why not? Hey, watch out. Coming in hot. I feel like Usain in the cheetah print. Talk fresh game, I don't need a minute. R.I.P. the game, I need a minute. Okay, let's proceed with it. I'm in the house, got the D's with it. These bozos always sneak this and they taking shots. I'm a key with it, like no, this league business. Who you really know? I've been moving under O's. Yeah, my connect is way up. I don't keep it on the low. So tell my fam I'll be okay. I sleep right where that reaper play. Even if I DOA, I wake up and I see glory. Excuse my French, she will play. Ain't no bench, we don't play. You might catch me on the A and the verse like Salt Bay. Ay, league, about to be some havoc like it's Mob Deep. About to hit the top speed. Ayo, Gavi, when you drop the beat, make sure you wish him Godspeed. In my bag, yeah. I don't play. Way too much to navigate, you know my ways. You come test me, bet that tomb is empty. No, you can't offend me. Talk that trash, my crew is empty. KB, you so FLA, yes. I just let that sunshine every word I say. Yeah. Who that? the sauce. So frito on my boss. Afro Latino, my sons. Sazon with that pollo. Frita loco, my dogs from New York. Haiti global, south of course. All around the world support. Jesus, yes, that's all we want. Godspeed.
About to be some havoc like it's my beat. About to hit the top speed. Ayo, Gavi, when you drop the beat, make sure you wish him Godspeed.
We've been playing it safe, jumping in puddles of rain. It's time for something to change, never going back again. Swim out past the reef, no land, nothing to see. Hold your breath, you're ready, set, go. Let your spirit soar. We're diving in the deep end, going down to the ground below. Diving in the deep end. Sweet water gonna free my soul. My oh my, arms spread wide. Come with me if you wanna go diving in the deep end.
We've got nothing to lose. We've got nothing to prove. Waves are breaking through.
Never going back again.
Head first, don't even think twice. Eyes turn, time, time.
Hold your breath, ready, set, go. Let your spirit soar. We're diving in the deep end, going down to the ground below. Diving in the deep end. Sweet water gonna free my soul. My oh my, arms spread wide. Come with me if you wanna go diving in the deep end.
Look into the window. Listen to the echo. Is your soul on fire? If you wanna take a good ride, find out why you're alive. Find the free on the other
We're diving in the deep end, going down to the ground below. Diving in the deep end, sweet water gonna free my soul. My oh my, arms spread wide. Come with me if you wanna go diving in the deep end.
So many times I've fallen, so many ways I've failed you, so many times I've stepped out on my own. I know I'm undeserving, but I feel you are preserving the only good that I have shown. The only words that I can bring are these very words I sing, so I sing to you now. 'Cause I am
Hey guys. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Your mom. Hey guys, how you guys doing? Hey guys.
There's nothing else in this world that will ever compare to you. I'm all for you. Oh my Jesus, you own everything. You own everything. I'm so in love with you. Oh my Jesus, my Jesus. Here's my heart. It's just a matter of time. A few days ago, I saw you. You were fine. Remembering what you said about the book you read, the one I got you the beginning of the year. Oh, how we talked for hours upon end. What I would give just to do it again. You're lying there in this hospital bed. Won't you open your eyes and let's talk once again? If you fly away tonight, wanna tell you that I love you. I hope that you can hear me. I hope that you can feel me.
Hello.
If you fly away tonight, wanna tell you that I'm sorry that I never told you when we were face to face.
I like your shade.
Well, I've been
I didn't go here.
night and I'm watching you. Breathe in and breathe out. Is it really you or just a machine that's giving you life?
Stop. You're gonna get in trouble.
Making it
Stop.
seem
Stop.
that there could be hope. I could say it to your face. If it weren't for you, that there would be no grace that's covered my life. You took the time to speak into my mind and my heart.
Hurry up. Come on.
All right, is everybody back in?
Most of them.
I gotta say, it looks like we have a lot more people because you're all so spread out. Why don't we all stand up and come up to the front for worship? That'd be fun.
If you know the dance,
Here we
do
go.
it.
Wandering into the night, wanting a place to hide this weary soul. Vagabond, I try with all my might, but I just can't win the fight. I'm slowly drifting, a vagabond. And just when I ran out of road, I met a man I didn't know, and he told me that I was not alone. Oh, he picked me up, turned me around, placed my feet on solid ground. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, because you healed my heart, changed my name, forever free. I'm not the same. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, I thank God.
I cannot deny what I've seen. Got no choice but to believe. My doubts are burning like ashes in the wind. So long to my old friends. Burden and bitterness just keep on moving. Now you're not welcome. From now till I walk streets of gold,
I'll sing of how you saved my soul. This wayward son has found his way back home. You picked me up, turned me around, placed my feet on solid ground. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, because he healed my heart, changed my name, forever free. I'm not the same. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, I thank God. I lost another one. I am free. I am free. I am free. I lost another one. I am free. I am free. I am free. Hey, lost another one. I am free. I am free. Oh, I am free. Hey, lost another one. I am free. I am free. Oh, I am free, because you picked me up, turned me around, placed my feet on solid ground. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, because you healed my heart, changed my name, forever free. I'm not the same. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, I thank God. Amen.
All right, as Dom is transitioning here in worship, we're going to go ahead and bow our heads and pray. Dear Lord, thank you that you have brought us all together here to worship, Lord. I pray that you would be able to fill our hearts and our souls with your goodness. Lord, I just pray that you would be here tonight, moving in people's hearts, Lord. Excuse me, sorry guys. But I just pray that you would just allow us to be your hands and feet this week, Lord. That you would allow us to just go out and show your light, Lord. In these things we pray. Amen.
Having some technical difficulties. I think that's been broken since before I started coming to this
We're having
church
problems. Don't worry about it.
2 years ago.
You were the word at the Nothing compares to this. What a beautiful name it is, the name of Jesus. You didn't want heaven without us. So Jesus, you brought heaven down. Sin was great, your love was greater. What could separate us now? What a wonderful name it is. What a wonderful name it is. The name of Jesus Christ, my King. What a wonderful name it is. Nothing compares to this. What a wonderful name it is. The name of Jesus. What a wonderful name it is. The name of Jesus. Death could not hold you. The veil tore before you. You've silenced the boast of sin and grace. The heavens are roaring the praise of your glory. For you are raised to life again. You have no rival. You have no equal. Now and forever, God, you reign. Yours is the kingdom. Yours is the glory. Yours is the name above all names. What a powerful name it is. What a powerful name it is. The name of Jesus Christ, my King. What a powerful name it is. Nothing can stand against. What a powerful name it is. The name of Jesus. You have no rival. You have no equal. Now and forever, God, you reign. Yours is the kingdom. Yours is the glory. Yours is the name above all names. What a powerful name it is. What a powerful name it is. The name of Jesus Christ, my King. What a powerful name it is. Nothing can stand against. What a powerful name it is. The name of Jesus. What a powerful name it is. The name of Jesus. What a powerful name it is. The name of Jesus.
You be seated.
2. Perfect. All right, find a seat. Awesome. All right, so tonight, let me move this for a second. We have the privilege of having a guest speaker. His name is Court, and he is all the way from Manhattan Christian College. So he's going to bring you the word tonight. I'm very excited. And so he'll introduce himself a little bit, tell you a little bit of who he is. But he's from Manhattan and is studying for pastoral ministry. So I'm really excited to have him. So let's welcome Court to the stage. Yes. Also, as he is up here, I've said it before, and I'll say it again, make sure that we're respectful. Make sure that we're not talking to our neighbors, we're not being disruptive, because we want to make sure that God is going to be heard and that your neighbor isn't distracted by you. So please be respectful of your neighbor as well as for Court as he is here. No leaving to go to the bathroom. Y'all can do that in like 15 minutes, okay? You can hold it, I promise. So, here, I'll have you use this. That'll be easier. There you go. All right, here's Court.
All right. Oh, cool. It's on. Cool. Well, my name's Court. As you know, I'm from Manhattan Christian College. That's all you really need to know about me. So I'm going to start off with probably the most important question you will ever answer in your entire lives. All right? If you had a superpower, what would it be? Yeah. Invisibility? And fly? Nice. Read minds. Wow. Yeah, in the back. Teleportation. Wow. I'm hearing a lot of different invisibility. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Man, there's a lot of powers going on here. All right. I always thought it would be awesome for myself to have the Force. Like, I think that would be really awesome. I could levitate things to myself, zap people. Well, maybe not zap people. That might be a little much. But, yeah, if I had the Force, though, most likely I would just probably not use it in the best ways. I'd just probably sit on the couch and maybe levitate my PS5 controller to me or some Oreos if I'm hungry. Might not be the best use of that power, but the guy we're going to learn about today quite literally had superpowers, but didn't use them in the best ways. And he often did exactly what God did not want him to do, and it ended up hurting a lot of people. That guy is Samson, and his story is found in Judges chapter 13 through 16. Now, I'm not going to read that whole thing because that would be incredibly boring. So I'm going to summarize it in the best possible way I can. I just want you guys to pay attention the best you can, and hopefully you'll learn something, all right? In chapter 13, in this first chapter, we see an angel come down to Samson's parents and tell him that they're going to have a child, and he's going to do amazing things. And he's destined to save them from the Philistines, which are the bad guys in the story. They've been doing a lot of bad stuff, persecuting their people and whatnot. And he's destined to do amazing things, but he will be dedicated as a Nazirite, and that means he has to follow a couple rules. He can't drink alcoholic beverages, he can't touch grapes at all, and he's not allowed to touch dead bodies, which I hope would not be a problem for anybody. And he can't cut his hair. I'd probably be fine. Some other, I don't know. But if he follows those rules, he will have super strength. That's the deal. Now, his whole childhood skipped over, and that leads us to chapter 14. Now, Samson is a grown man, and he sees a woman that he wants to marry. So he walks up to his parents and says, "Ayo, Mom and Dad, I saw this woman in a nearby village, and I want to marry her, all right? Get her for me." So quite literally, in verse 2, he says, "A young Philistine woman in Timnah caught my eye. I want to marry her. Get her for me." Yeah, in verse 3, he says, "Get her for me. She looks good to me." As you can imagine, the parents weren't too excited about this, but they put together a wedding anyway. I don't know. But one day, Samson was walking along, and a lion attacked him. So he grabbed the beast by its jaws and ripped its jaws in half. Then he walked by it later, and some bees had made honey in it. Yeah, inside of its carcass. Yeah, pretty terrible. Yeah, I don't even know. He went to a town and came back, and there was honeybees and everything inside of a dead lion. Pretty nasty. After all that lion stuff happened, Samson throws a week-long party and had a bunch of family members and friends come up to him, actually 30 of them. And Samson decides that he's suddenly good at riddles. So he tells a riddle relating to the lion and the bees and the honey, and promises them 30 really expensive robes if they get the riddle right, which in that time was like, "Oh, you have a fancy robe? Oh, you're awesome." But they couldn't figure it out. So, like any sane person, not sane at all, they go threaten his wife by telling her that they will burn down her father's house with her in it if she doesn't give him the riddle. Yeah. So she nagged Samson for a couple days for the answer, and eventually she got the answer out of him, and she tells the 30 guys, and the 30 guys tell Samson. And it turns out Samson doesn't have 30 really expensive robes. So he gets the brilliant idea of going to another town, killing 30 other guys with really expensive robes, and then giving them to the guys at the party. I'm very confident God didn't want him to do that, but he did it anyway. After a horrible wedding party, he was so angry that he leaves and stays at his parents' house for a couple months. And in chapter 15, Samson goes back to his wife once he gets done pouting. And it turns out she's not his wife anymore because her parents gave her to marry Samson's best friend. Yeah, his best friend. So anyone would be frustrated in that situation. I know I certainly would. And maybe do things we're not very proud of. But Samson takes it to a whole nother level. He goes out, catches 300 foxes, ties torches to their tails, and lets them loose in the Philistines' crops. And burns them all down. Now, yeah, foxes can run up to 42 miles per hour. I have no idea how he caught 300 of those with his bare hands. But because he burned the Philistines' crops, they were all angry at him and started hurting his people. So Samson's people took him and handed him over to the Philistines, and so the Philistines would stop messing with him. But when Samson was handed over, he snapped the ropes around his hands and grabbed the jawbone of a donkey and killed 1,000 of them. Yeah. So we had 3 chapters of Samson being a huge problem for the Philistines and killed thousands of them. And at this point, he's been causing trouble for about 20 years. In chapter 16, Samson falls in love with a woman, a prostitute, named Delilah. So the Philistines pay her to find out how he gets his powers. She asks him a couple times, and he doesn't give her the answer. He gives her the wrong answer, and it leads to a bunch of Philistines dying and nothing getting solved. But eventually he gets tired of her nagging, as Samson does, and tells her his secret. So while he slept, she cut off his hair, and the Philistines capture him. Yeah. And they stab his eyes out. Yeah, they just wanted to make sure he's doesn't cause more problems, I guess. So Samson's in jail, and the Philistines are really happy about this, so they throw a giant party. They're like, "Woo! We got him. We finally got him." Oh, man. And for fun, they decide it's a good idea to bring him out of his cell and just point and laugh. They're like, "Ha, look at you, you're blind and can't see anymore and you're not strong. Ha, look at you, we got you." But they did an oops. They put Samson in between two supporting pillars of the temple, and Samson prays to God and asks him to give his power back. And God does, and he got victory over the Philistines by pushing the two pillars next to him, crashing the whole temple down, and killing everyone inside, including himself. So why did I say that story? It's full of a bunch of random events, a lot of murder, a lot of crazy other things. I said that story because we can use it as an example for ourselves. I'm not saying that we should go around hurting people, saying we're on a mission for God or something. That's not what the story's about. Samson was pretty violent, but we'll get to that. This story shows how an incredible man got God's favor and incredible power, but he didn't use his incredible power how God wanted him to use it. God entrusted Samson with great power, but Samson used it selfishly. If you paid attention to the story, we saw Samson do a lot of different things, and it ended up hurting a lot of different people. He made pointless bets for fun that he didn't win. He killed 30 people because he couldn't pay off a debt. And he acted out of vengeance and burned the Philistines' crops. He ended up having his Philistines hurt because of his own action, or his own people hurt because of his own actions. He hurt the Philistines himself. And he got annoyed very quickly at people's nagging because that's just how he is. And a lot of bad things happened. We can use this as an example for ourselves because we're a lot like Samson. God gave Samson powers, and God gave us powers as well. We don't have super strength or the ability to catch 300 foxes with our bare hands. But God made us all unique and gave us each special abilities and talents and things about ourselves that separate us from each other. I'm going to read a couple passages, and I want you to ask yourself this question. What power has God trusted you with? In 1 Corinthians 12, 7 through 11, we are given different examples of the gifts God gives us. Flip over to it. All right. A spiritual gift is given to each of us so we can help each other. To one person, the Spirit gives the ability to give wise advice. To another, the same person, the Spirit gives a special message of knowledge. The same Spirit gives great faith to another, and to someone else, the Spirit gives the gift of healing. He gives one person the power to perform miracles, and another the ability to prophesy. He gives someone else the ability to discern whether a message is from the Spirit of God or from another spirit. Still another person is given the ability to speak in unknown languages, while another is given the ability to interpret what is being said. It is the one and only Spirit who distributes all these gifts. He alone decides which gift each person should have. There are a lot of different abilities and things that the Spirit gives on the spiritual side of things. But there are even more than that. In Romans 12, 6 through 8, there are a few other gifts listed as well. In His grace, God has given us different gifts for doing certain things well. So if God has given you the ability to prophesy, speak out with as much faith God has given you. If your gift is to serve others, serve them well. If you are a teacher, teach well. If your gift is to encourage others, be encouraging. If your gift is to give it generously. If God has given you the leadership ability, take the responsibility seriously. And if you have a gift for showing kindness to others, do it gladly. All of the things listed in those passages are not everything God has the possibility of giving you. In my experience, the list is limitless. There are so many different things that God gives to so many different people. You all have special abilities, talents, and unique things about yourselves. Whatever it is, use it to help others. I know what special abilities I don't know what special abilities and talents and unique things you have. But I bet you can think of a couple things, even if you have to dig pretty far for them. For the rest of this sermon, I'm going to refer to spiritual gifts as powers, just for simplicity. We have a lot in common with Samson because we use our powers in ways God does not want them to be used. God gave me the gift of serving others, and I love to serve others. I love to help people. It makes me happy, and I love to just help people. It's awesome. It makes me feel happy. But when I was younger, God blessed me with a younger brother, and instead of serving him, I often became very violent toward him and hurt him instead of serving him. One time it was so bad that I left red handprints on his back because I hit him so hard. It was terrible. I love my brother so much, and I would never do that to him again, ever. But God gave me powers to serve others, but I didn't use that power the way God wanted me to use it. Because instead of reaching out my hand to help him, I raised it in violence against him. Our words and our actions have the power to build each other up instead of tearing them down. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. Maybe not physically hurting another person, but maybe you hurt someone mentally or psychologically or spiritually, maybe without even knowing. In my story, and Samson's story, we learned how our abilities can hurt people, but the real question is, how do we use our powers to honor God? The answer to that question we find in Jesus. We need to look at his example instead of Samson's example. Jesus went around healing so many different people and encouraging them, teaching them. He used his powers to help people every chance he got, instead of using them for his own self-interest like Samson did. He even made friends with people who others didn't even like the woman at the well. Because of his kindness, he saved many souls and helped countless people. Jesus honored God with everything he did, and we honor God purposefully when we act more like Jesus and become more Christ-like. We use our powers in ways Jesus used his. We honor God with our actions by helping others, and that will naturally flow out of us, even when we don't realize it. Of course, you don't have the power to magically heal people like Jesus did, but we can use them to honor God by building each other up instead of tearing them down. If you are really strong, is anyone really strong in here? Go to the gym and lift at all? Oh, all right, cool, a couple people. Yeah, all right. Instead of using your strength to hurt other people, help them lift stuff, at least. Obviously, there's other uses to that. But if you have an incredible singing voice, I've heard some incredible singing voices up here. If you, if you have that, don't use it to shout insults at other people. Instead, use it to build each other up and compliment them. And if you're really good at telling jokes, don't use jokes to insult other people. Instead, make jokes that will compliment the other person or make them feel better about themselves. I could go on and on about different spiritual gifts and things and powers that we potentially have and could use them in great ways. But I want you to think of constructive ways you can use your powers you're thinking of. We may not have literal superpowers, but God gave us a purpose, just like he gave Samson a purpose. Our purpose may not to be to kill a bunch of Philistines, but it still is really important. God gave Samson superpowers. We may not have literal superpowers, but we do have spiritual gifts and talents and unique things about ourselves. And with God's help, we can use those things to help other people in ways no one else can. I'll leave you with this. How can you use your powers to honor God?
All right. Thanks, Court. That was awesome. Um, he will probably be around for a little bit afterwards, so you can talk with him. But we're going to break up into small groups. We're just going to do it here in the room at our tables. So if you find your leader, or the few tables around you, find your leader, get into small groups. And then you guys are dismissed when you are done. Small group leaders, I have the printout of the questions up here. If you need to snag